Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show, Excellence in All Things. I'm your host, Barbara Golar. I'm so excited to be here today because this is the first of a 3-series interview process for Monrovia Duarte Black alumni scholarship winners. And I'm so excited to be here and for you to see these amazing young ladies and to also to hear their stories. So I want you to actually, before we go on and before I have them introduce themselves, I really and truly want to tell you a little bit about the organization. That we are a nonprofit organization. We're over 30-something years old. And to date, I believe that we have given out over $160,000 worth of scholarships. So we are very proud, extremely proud of being able to do this and to actually to continue on the legacy of the founders of Monrovia Duarte Black alumni. So without any further ado, I'd love to introduce you to these amazing ladies. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yay! So let's start off by you introducing yourself, telling us what school you went to and what school you're going to in the fall and what your major is.
All right, yeah. So I'm Evelyn Lockerbie. I graduated from Monrovia High School, and in the fall I'll be attending the University of Puget Sound, and I'm going in undeclared.
Okay. Thank you.
My name is Shireen Carpenter. I graduated from Monrovia High School. I will be attending Cal State University of Dominguez Hills Fall 2026 as a health science major.
Thank you.
My name is Mariana Esparza. I graduated from Duarte High School. I'm going to be attending Mount San Antonio College for my associate's in science in registered vet technician.
Okay, thank you.
My name is Georgie Lockerbie. I graduated from Monrovia High School, and I will be attending the University of Puget Sound, going into anthropology and sociology.
Thank you.
My name is Gisette Soto-Reza. I went to Monrovia High School, and I'm going to go to Pasadena City College studying business administration with a focus on finance.
Thank you.
My name's Sophia Vance. I graduated from Monrovia High School. I'm going to attend Pasadena City College, and I'm majoring in kinesiology.
Thank you so much, ladies. Now you see, these are I told you they were amazing, and look at what they're going to be majoring in, and I just love that. Now, actually, I have a few questions that I like to ask, and let's see, where do I start? No, I have it here. My printer was not working. I finally got ink. And so, here it is. And I'm finally knowing how to work this phone. Anyway, so, which I really don't really like to be using my phone. I like the pen and paper in my hand. But so anyway, I want you to think about this. Looking back at your high school years, what experience helped shape who you are today? Who wants to take that?
I'll start.
Okay. All right. And there's no order. You can just,
phenomenal.
Just
Popcorn.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I think a big part of my high school career was my athletics. So I think something that really shaped me as a person was having 2 ACL tears my first 2 years. That really affected me academically and, obviously physically. But I think that also gave me the confidence to kind of persevere and get through those hard times, and I think I had a pretty good senior year.
So how did you do that? I'm sorry.
I was playing football with the guys, and
you were in that first. You was in that.
That was me.
No,
not flag football. I was playing tackle at Monrovia. I was an incoming freshman. I was playing tackle football with the guys, and
what?
I remember that.
Yeah, I was really confident. I wasn't as fast as I thought I was. And then the second time was at Duarte. I was playing basketball, and when I came down with the rebound, one of the girls on the opposing team, she jumped into my knee, so it snapped. So honestly, it was bad luck. It wasn't like I was running and I twisted it. It's like I got hit. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. And who wants to go next?
I will go next if that's okay.
Okay.
Similar vein. My marching band. they're wonderful. I've been in it for all 4 years. We've gone through a couple of directors, but it's always been the same group of kids, the same energy, and just having that consistency both in the school day and long into the night has been really impactful to me and has definitely shaped how I tackle both life and schoolwork and occasionally an instrument case.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
I feel like also like sports and like clubs also like take a big role of like how you're like kind of like developing, because I was in I got into ASB my last 2 years of high school, and like the first year for my junior year I kind of like, it was my first year and it was like meeting like everyone from like each grade. I met like a lot of people. They kind of shaped who I was. So my senior year I ended up as secretary for ASB board, and I just had like a lot more responsibility. So I feel like I'm really responsible, time management. I feel like that's really shaped how I am. I've also like learned like more communication and most of that. So I've also, that really helped me.
Yeah. Good. Thank you.
I think also, like Georgie, I think my music has been a really big part of my life, like my whole life. Like I've been playing piano since I was like 4 or 5 years old, and then cello in 4th grade.
Did you play the cello?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Is that the big one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so I've been playing these like my whole life, and I've been in a lot of different ensembles at the both in and outside of the high school. I've been principal cellist at the high school all 4 years. I've been in the drumline, marching band, color guard, theater, pit orchestra. I've done stuff in Pasadena, in Azusa. So I think, like, it's not like one experience, but it's just being in such like a diverse range of activities involving something that are so important. It's so important to me. I think it's like getting different perspectives from different groups and different ensembles, and it's like shaped me, I think, to be more like aware and like open to new things.
Okay, thank you.
I feel like high school opened me to a lot of opportunities and meeting a lot of people, and especially being in the AVID program. The AVID program really helped me with time management and just exploring different teachers and how teachers work. And really, it just helped me a lot.
Good. Thank you.
I think sports shaped a lot of who I am, because I've been like an athlete my whole life basically, but there was 1 year where I wasn't playing any sports at all my sophomore year, and then like late sophomore year I just decided to play soccer again.
Oh, that's where you play soccer.
Yeah, I played for a long time and I quit, and then I decided to join back up again. It was really hard because I was like super out of shape and like fat and stuff. Yeah, it was hard for me, but once I got back into sports, it really like it helped my confidence. It helped I even think with my academics, and I just think it really helped me shape more of who I am, like who I am now.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. Now, and this question I always really and truly love to ask, and that is, what advice would you give incoming freshmen entering high school?
Can I go?
Please. Don't even ask.
You need to be asking me. I'm teasing. Go ahead.
I think like this advice is kind of like corny and overused, but that's really because it's very true. I think, well, first off, don't procrastinate, because I was like a serial avid procrastinator, and then it's just like it's not worth it. But also, don't be afraid to be yourself, because I think it's so easy, like when you're in a new environment with new people, to try and like go with the crowd, but then it's like weird because you're like, am I really friends with these people? So I think when you're yourself, you're just gonna find your own people and you're gonna be a lot happier, and that's like makes high school a lot easier, makes getting your work done a lot easier, makes joining clubs a lot easier. So I think just be yourself.
Yeah. Thank you.
Being yourself is like really like big, especially like your first year, because like if you're not yourself, you end up with like people you're like that don't really help you, kind of like whoever you surround yourself with is like your like main base, especially for high school. Surrounding yourself with people who kind of like are on the side of they kind of don't care, it's like they're kind of pushing you to that side. But if you do care, you should surround yourself with people like that because they help you, they like motivate you. So like being yourself like really helps with that. It also like puts you in the right group so you can like have your whole high school with them, like start off strong, like not like towards midway. I feel like I really did that with myself. My freshman year, it was like I kind of separated myself from the group I came in with, because I found a group that really helped motivate me, like push me to be like more open and get all of the opportunities I can.
Yeah, thank you.
And not just surround yourself with the right people, surround yourself with people. My freshman year, I stayed inside, I read, I didn't talk to anyone unless absolutely necessary, and even then, I tried to make it as short as possible. And like, if you're like me, and I'm still like this, just find just a couple of people who you can hang out with, rely on. If you just want to sit inside reading all day like I did, find a book club. If you don't have one, start one. Go into the library. Just find someone who's reading something else that you like. Just make sure that you make some connections out in the real life. Make as many as you want with books.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, yeah, I agree with everything everybody said so far with the groups and putting yourself out there. The procrastination is a really big thing. I think another thing too is that this entire, like your entire career in high school is an experience. I feel like you should take every opportunity you can and take pictures a lot. I feel like I really I wish I took more pictures and like just held more memories throughout my entire high school career, because I think there's some really valuable moments I miss.
But you know, the thing, pictures are wonderful, but things do happen to pictures, but they can't take this away from you, your memory and what you remember during those times that you were in high school. I just wanted to throw that out.
No, yeah,
but pictures are wonderful.
Yes, I agree.
I would say most definitely bring yourself out there and talk to people. Don't be afraid to express yourself. Talk to teachers, get your connections out there so it can help you more. And stay involved, build that resume for scholarships. I really say,
Absolutely.
yeah, just do that, and trust me, you'll go a long way.
Thank you. I've lost track. Oh, okay.
One thing I would say is to like don't be afraid to ask for help, because like me personally, I've always been like an independent person, like try to do like everything myself. And like, you know, it worked like when I was in elementary school because it's easy, but like in high school, like, you know, things are really hard. So, and I would try to do everything myself. I wouldn't want to ask for help, and then I would get like bad grades because of that. So, you know, one thing, just like ask for help, ask teachers, ask your friends, like ask anyone.
Yeah. Thank you. Very good advice, you all. That's why you're sitting here. Okay, next question is, what accomplishments are you most proud of during high school?
I'll go first. I
can see your face like
I was trying to get everyone on stage, but I said earlier, my athletics was a really big part of my like high school years, I guess. But I think my biggest accomplishment that I'm most proud of is making it to masters in wrestling. It was my first year, and I was.
You wrestled too? Oh, yeah. Let me be quiet. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I was a wrestler, and like, I think knowing that I was able to perform at a high level at a new sport, it gave me the reassurance that despite my injuries in the past, I still have that capability to go as far as I put my mind to, which extends all the way into the classroom as well. Like if I put my mind to it, then I'm able to, go far.
Good.
Yeah, I think a accomplishment, which was also like from ASB, was like my first year, like I never really was talkative. So the fact that my second year I was like one of like the main people looked up to, like had a really big role. It was like really like motivating to me, knowing that I can do that, knowing that I also had like the teacher that really like helped me, like pushed me to be there. But yeah, just a really big accomplishment that I was able to step up that far and have that responsibility to like kind of dictate other people.
That's a good one. I like that.
Thank you.
I think an accomplishment that I'm really proud of, it's like kind of basic, but like I don't know how to explain this, but like having my own personality, like when my friends will like see something and they'll be like,
That's huge, by the way.
I think I really, like, it stands out to me when my friends will see something and they'll be like, oh, that reminds me of you, or that's so you. It really means a lot. And like, I just graduated, you know, so I got a bunch of cards from friends who are like younger and still in high school. And they're like, oh, I enjoyed this about you. And I enjoyed like, you know, this part of your personality. And it was like a lot of consistent things. So it made me like really proud to know that like I am me and I have my own uniqueness about me that people can recognize. So that was something that I was like, oh wow, like they like this about me, and it meant a lot.
Yeah. I lost track. Where are we?
Something that I'm proud of is something that everyone should be proud of in my opinion, but some people aren't, is getting through the year with good grades. I know to some people you have to have a 110% in all of your classes, or you're going to do something bad. I don't know. I'm like that. But just being done with high school and getting to look to college and just reflect back, having like a 90.1 or something was not the end of the world. Mm-hmm. It was still an A. I still did great. I still took far too many advanced classes than I should have, but I still passed them all. And I'm just so proud that I managed to survive with such good grades.
Good. Okay, you have to just jump in because I'm losing track of who's. Oh, okay. Oh, no, we're gonna go to Sophia. Yeah.
I would say just being more confident because, you know, and like talking more. Because like middle school through high school, I've always been like super quiet, like never talking.
Well, I'm going to tell you this because I remember you when your brothers was going to Foothill Preschool, like I shared with you. You were always a quiet one. You were always quiet. But anyway, I'm so sorry. That just jumped out of my mouth.
No, yeah, everyone tells me that. Like I'm still quiet now, but I feel like I've opened up like a lot more. Like I have more friends than I did like in freshman year. What? And
yeah. No, I'm like echoing. I'm like encouraging. Sorry, go ahead, kill me.
And yeah, I just feel like I've really like grown into myself more as a person because of that confidence.
Yeah. Very proud. Very proud.
Overall, I'm really proud of myself for my academic success and just being able to go to a university. I'm really proud of myself. I never really thought I'd be in this position. And even just having the help with this scholarship, I'm really proud of myself for that. So that's one of my biggest accomplishments.
Oh, good.
Hey. That's right. You're leaving Georgia hanging.
Okay. Who encouraged you or inspired you the most during your journey?
Oh, I'll go first on this one.
Okay.
Oh, I feel like my mom was just like one of the biggest supporters I've had. I was in softball, and let's just say I wasn't like the best, not starting or anything, you know. But she okay.
These two were for a moment in high school together, right? Yeah.
But like she knew I wouldn't play much, like every once in a while. So, but like she always made it her mission to come to all of my games. Every like ASB event that like it's recognizement, she's always there because she always had faith I was gonna get recognized. Like she was just always there for me. I also think because she was like a teen mom, so like she was just like her how strong she is really like helped me like push myself to like be like the best for her. So like she's just like my biggest motivator, my biggest supporter. She's just, I don't know, she's everything I do is for her.
To piggyback off that, her mom, when I went to Doherty, she fed me. So I was at the softball games when I would go watch.
Mariana's mom is like all of our biggest
inspirations.
Yeah,
yes. Thank you.
Oh, that's so sweet. Okay. Who's jumping next?
I'll go next. I think my Nina and my Nino are my two biggest I'm not asking supporters, but they're people I look up to because I feel like they're the blueprint of what I want my life to be. They did really well in high school. They went to college. They bought a house. They had kids, and I feel like they were always there at all my events, even if it was little and it was like unnecessary almost. They were always there throughout my entire life, and I feel like I'm doing this to make them proud. So just like seeing that, knowing that I have family members, I'm related to people that were able to succeed, I'm able to do.
Aww.
Yeah, thanks. I know they're so sweet.
I think, well, there's a lot of people who have like inspired me and motivated me in my life. My parents have been really helpful, but like one person who like for the past 2 years has been like very like by my side. I don't even know his official job title, but he was a guy who worked at one of the orchestras I was in Pasadena. What is so funny? But he would, like the past 3 years, he's been someone who I've been able to talk with. What's so funny over there?
Okay, guys.
I've been able to talk to him and like share my ambitions and my worries with him. When I was like the deadline to decide on a college was coming near, and it was like a few days away, and I talked to him. I was like, I don't know where I'm going to school, and he like talked to me about some stuff, and I was like, well, first he was unhelpful, but then it was actually helpful later on. And so I think shout out to Mr. O'Donnell. He's been really helpful.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, I'll wait to call on you. Okay, so who like to go next?
My biggest inspiration has been my mom. She just made so many sacrifices for me to even be here, for me to even succeed, and she's just been my biggest encouragement. Whenever I'm having a problem, I always just go to my mom and she'll be always there to help me. She's just so strong, and I really love her, and I know she's gonna be watching this, so I just want to tell her thank you so much, and I make her so proud. She talks about me every day to like her friends and everything, so she's my biggest supporter.
What's your rating?
That's so sweet.
I'll go. Okay. I'd say it's kind of probably obvious because he's in here, but I'd say I'd say my dad's been my biggest supporter like forever. Like he's been to every soccer game, every football game, like every sports game ever.
Coach.
He's been there, every practice, taking me to like the park and stuff, school. He's always just been there.
Yeah.
And I'm very thankful for that and his support.
Yeah, yes.
Now that I've calmed down.
Okay.
I've also had so many people in my life. My parents, they've been pushing for me since forever. My dear beloved sister who keeps me in check sometimes when I get out of hand. But I think the one who really has pushed me the farthest in the least amount of time has been one of my band directors, Mr. Ferntile. He was my director from sophomore to junior year. And he was amazing. I loved him from the bottom of my heart. So did the entire band. He was just incredible. And I'm so sad that he's not my director anymore. But he got the entire band onto another level, musically, academically, socially. He was always making sure that everything was okay. He was always there before and after school, and I'd just walk in and ask, I don't understand my math homework, and please help me. And he'd be like, I don't understand math either, but I can do the calculations for you. And I was like, great. So he'd help me with my homework, he'd help with everyone else's homework, and he was just an amazing person, and I'm so glad that I got to have him in my life.
Yeah, thank you. Did everybody go? Oh, okay. I told y'all you have to keep me in check. All right. This is actually the second to the last question. What do you hope to make a difference through your education?
I would go first. I hope to make a difference just because I want to pursue a career in nursing, I want to maintain a GPA as a 4.0 through my whole 4 years of college to get into medical school. So a difference, it would just be staying more on task and focused and just turning in work on time, always asking questions, taking the time to get a tutor if I need help, and just staying focused. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I think I hope to, well, like I said, I'm going in undeclared. I don't know what I want to major in. I don't know what I want to have as my career. I don't really know what I want for my future, but I think there's like a good thing about that because I have so many options, and I think that's good instead of like being forced into one path. So I'm hoping to narrow that down through my education, be like, oh, this is what I really like. This is what I hope to pursue. I like working with like kids, so like maybe teaching. I like the environment. So I just hope that to narrow it down and figure out what I want for myself in my life, and to figure out how I can like use that to help make the world a better place. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And I believe that the little bit that I know of you, that whatever you decide to do will be making a difference. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay. And so
Well, I'm going in for veterinary. I just always had animals. Like growing up, at one point I had like 12 dogs. I just really love animals. I don't know, like, but one of my dogs, he passed away last year. He just had a bad ear infection. Like every time we'd go, he'd be fine for a couple months and then it'd go back. I just feel like I just want to be like one of those like hospitals who can just get it done, so that like the family doesn't have to go through like that heartbreak. Because I've had him basically my whole life. He was like 15 years old when he like passed away, my German Shepherd. But yeah, like I just want to help like families through that. So I don't know, I just love animals too, just working with them.
Thank you.
The difference I want to make with my education is I come from parents that didn't go to college, so I kind of want to start my own legacy and start I want like eventually I want kids, and I want them to know that their mom went to college so they can, or even if that's not their choice, but just I want to just change my path.
Okay, thank you.
For me, anthropology is one of the widest stretching majors you can go into. It's touches on almost everything. It's the study of man, and we're involved in everything we study. So my goal is just, I'm specifically hoping to go into something in history, because that's just the part of humans that I love, just seeing our past. And I'm not going to like uncover Cleopatra's tomb or anything like that. But I hope that I can add a piece to the puzzle, if anything.
Okay. All right, thank you. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Sophia. You go.
I kind of hope to just be the first person, like, in my immediate family to, like, graduate college, basically. Because, you know, my grandma did go to college, but my parents haven't. And no shade to my brothers, but they haven't either. So, you know, I just kind of want to be the change for that.
Michael Jackson.
You know, I do want to say one thing, and that is, I'm not really sure how this is going to come out, but it is what it is. That we need everyone. We need people that go off to vocational schools, that become mechanics or you know, whatever. So sometimes college is not the thing for some people. Some are going off to the vocational or trade schools. And that's actually, you all, that's the beauty of this world, because it takes every single one of us to make this thing happen. Every single one of us. So that is the beauty. So I don't want you to think because somebody didn't go off to a 4-year college that I don't think that you think that they're less than, but you know, you actually be surprised about the accomplishments and what they they are in fact able to do. But again, thank you so much. We're almost there. So at this time, I actually want you to share what the scholarship that you all received means to you, and that what you would like to say to the organization. And we will start with Sophia, because she's been the last one or the second to the last one. So we're gonna start off with my girl Sophia.
What the scholarship means to me is that there are just like people out there who actually believe that I have a future in education and that I can achieve all of my goals and whatever I set my mind to. And what I'd like to say to the Monrovia Black Alumni Association is that just like thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to pursue my goals without having to be burdened by any stress financially.
All right, thank you. And we're actually just gonna go down like this. So
phenomenal.
So you're next.
Okay. And the question was?
What the scholarship means to you,
Okay.
and what you want to say to the organization.
Yes. Okay. So the Monrovia Duarte Black Alumni Association scholarship means to me, it means a lot because one, I really want to further my education. So knowing that I have people that believe in me and they're willing to give me money to help support those dreams because education isn't free. And I think what I would like to say to the Monrovia Duarte Black Alumni Association and the supporters is just thank you for their generous donations and just believing in the upcoming generation, my generation, and just the graduates all over the area. So it means a lot.
Thank you.
To me, the Monrovia Duarte Black Alumni Association scholarship means that enough people got together, gave an incredible amount of donations for you and others to sit down and choose a bunch of people, myself and everyone else here among them, that you have the skill, talent, just possibility of making our future something worth seeing, something to help us with our medicine, something to help us with our education, something to help us with our business, just something worth seeing. And the fact that you all trust me to be one of those people is incredible.
Thank you. Thank you.
The Monrovia Duarte Black Alumni Scholarship means so much to me. It means that there's people out there who have faith in me to continue my education and see how much potential I have. I just want to say thank you for everything. That the fact that they believe in me is just enough to get me motivated to do above and beyond and continue to do what I do.
Thank you.
This scholarship means a lot to me. It means that I'm being recognized for my academic success and overall just of how my life is and just everything that's just going on in high school. And I just want to say thank you so much for recognizing me and having me be an alumni of your association. And thank you so much again.
Thank you.
I think to me this scholarship, kind of what everyone else already said, but to me it means that there's people out there in this community who have seen what I've done for the Monrovia, San Gabriel community, and they believe in me, and they're like, oh, she's got a good path ahead of her and a good bright future. So it means to me that there's people who believe in me, and that just means a lot. Even if sometimes I might not believe in myself, I'll know, oh, there's other people who do believe in me. So that's gonna be a great push for me to keep going in my educational studies after high school and college and beyond. So I'd like to say thank you to everyone involved in the Monrovia Duarte Black Alumni Association for these scholarships that can change people's lives.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. You know what I want also to say to you all is to pay it forward. Those of you that's going out of state, when you come back home, look us up. what can I do to volunteer? What's going on? Those of you that is here, pick up the phone or email, text, or whatever. However, just get in contact. Okay, I'm here. What do you need? I can help you out. I'm here. Because we also have, starting the mentorship. So it's really nice for you all to come back and, because they're going to start having workshops for upcoming students that could possibly be receiving scholarships. So on that note, again, thank you so much. And I am so very proud, and I feel very, very honored to have met each one of you. And just a big congratulations, and I wish you the very, very best. So thank you for being here. And those of you out in watching, either on YouTube or on our channel, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope that you had the opportunity, that you had your children, your family, your friends around to hear these amazing young ladies on what they have accomplished and what they're going to be doing in the future. So thank you once again for joining us. Again, this is part 1 of a 3-part series, and I hope that you come back again to see these more amazing students that have received the scholarship from Monrovia Duarte Black Alumni Association. Thank you so much. Bye.